Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. So today I'm going to be showing you all my physical games for the Nintendo Switch. You can see some of them already lined up. So we'll start right from the top. The first game we have is The World Ends With You Final Remix. Now this is a remake of an original game that came out for the DS. The best way to play this game is on the DS. I'll totally recommend you go down that route to play the game. But it's a really fun game, a really good story. The second part is out to this game, which I still need to get, and that's The World Ends With You Neo. So I'll definitely be getting that at some point. But I still need to play through this version of the game, so it is a must-have, to be honest. It's a really good game. I do remember playing it on the DS, and I had a lot of fun. Although I do prefer the controls on the DS. I think it was a little bit of a lazy port, if I'm honest, because they just kind of like ported the iOS version onto the cartridge and added a couple of things here and there, but they could have done a better job. But yeah, still a fun game. If you haven't played the original, you can still play this. It's a ton of fun. I just advise you not to play it with the Joy-Cons. Yeah, wirelessly, because that's a bit of a headache. But yeah, next game, Catherine Full Body, made by Atlas, a legendary company. And the reason why I say that is lately I've been enjoying a lot of Atlas games. Atlas games are really good. They make some really good RPGs. This is a puzzler, and it's not one of your typical simple puzzlers. It has three different story arcs, if I must say. Like, it's got different paths you can take in the game and stuff. But in order to go through the story, you have to unlock puzzles, and the puzzles are quite tough. They're not the easiest, but a fun game, a really fun game if you're into that kind of stuff. If you want a good puzzler, this is the way to go. And then we have none other than Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age. Now originally when this game came out, I didn't give it any love or any appreciation. I just thought, what is this? But this is a game that is set in the same world as Final Fantasy Tactics, and the character design is a little bit different compared to your average normal Final Fantasy games, but I got to like it, and it turns out that this game is one of my favorite games of all time. I don't put a number on my games like, oh, this is my first favorite, second. When I say it's my number one, they're all my number one, and this is one of them. A real gem, a real good game to have in your collection if you're an RPG fan. I think I poured about at least 110 plus hours into this game on the Nintendo Switch, and I really enjoyed it. And that was on my original Switch. So yeah, fun game, really good to have. I totally recommend it. Next game on the collection is Cloudpunk. What can I say about this game? So as you can see, I bought the collector's edition. Here in the background you can see the big box. What happened was I just got really excited for this game, and it took a long time to come out, and then when it did, it's quite disappointing to play it on the Nintendo Switch. If you're going to play this game to enjoy it, the best way to play it is on the PlayStation 4. The portable version, this version of the game, it stutters, frame rates aren't great. They did do a couple of firmware updates, but still, it wasn't the best. But still good to have in your collection. It's still nice. I like the atmosphere. It's very atmospheric. The music is very good. The story is okay too, but definitely if you want to enjoy it, definitely get it on the PlayStation 4. The next game we have, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. This is like a Castlevania type game, Metroidvania, whatever you want to call it. It's a good game. It had a lot of teething problems when it first came out. Frame rates were really bad, but then they made a patch for the game and it was playable and bearable. It's okay. It's not my favorite. It's just like, I love Metroid games, Metroidvania type games, and also Castlevania. So a fun game, good story, it's okay. And then we have Dead Old School. I didn't know this was based on an RPG. I initially bought the game. I was watching a YouTube video, and I liked the gameplay of this game. It was really good. I haven't completed this yet, so it's on my backlog. I will be making another video on my backlog. Man, so many videos to make for the Nintendo Switch. I didn't even realize. But yeah, you know, this is a good game. I did make a review on it, but I didn't get to complete it. So it's one of those things. But I did enjoy my time with the game, and I will definitely go back and finish it. It is a good game. Definitely recommend picking this up if you haven't. It was cheap. I think it was 7-8 quid and I picked this up. So yeah. The next game is Crosscode. This is taking you back like to the 16-bit era, 8-bit slash 16-bit era of RPGs. But this is a really fun RPG with a really good story, and I totally recommend you pick this up. I know it doesn't look all that, and it puts people off, Crosscode, and then they look at the graphics and they think, is that me? I was the same, but give it a chance and you won't be disappointed. You will thoroughly enjoy this game, trust me. The next game I have in my collection is Gekido Kintaros Revenge hard copy. Now, I wanted this because my brother introduced me to this game on the Game Boy Advance and I loved it. I used to play it for hours on end, just playing it back to back. It just reminded me of, it's got that Final Fight type feel to it, / Streets of Rage. And it's quite fun. It's just a straight port from the Game Boy Advance. And sometimes when you look at the graphics, you can see that it's kind of suffering in terms of like graphical capabilities. You can see the pixels. And they could have changed it up a little bit and added some things, but they didn't. But yeah, still a good game to have in your collection. I thoroughly enjoyed it in the Game Boy Advance, and it's just for nostalgia reasons, really. So thank you, Big Bro, for, you know, buying this game on the Game Boy Advance and giving me some really fun memories. The next game we have is The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Oh wow, this is a Game Boy Color remake, and this game, wow, I remember playing the Game Boy Color version of the game back in the days. My next door neighbor had it, and I had a little blast on it, and I didn't get to complete it, but I thought, I wish I had this game. So I'm really thankful to Nintendo for making this game again as a remake and giving it all the bells and whistles that it needed. The color, the vibrancy, everything is on point in this game, and I totally recommend it and do love it a lot. So you definitely need this in your collection. If you don't have this in your collection, you'll be doing yourself a great injustice, in my opinion. Then we have none other than Streets of Rage 4. This was a special collector's edition, which I've done an unboxing on from Signature Edition Games. Really good game, really enjoyed it. The graphics are really crisp. I like the artwork. The sprites are really nice. The lighting, the gameplay, the soundtrack, everything is on point with this game. I really love this game, and I played it a lot. I even did a Let's Play with my missus, so if you want to check that out, go ahead and find that in my playlist, or I'll try to, if I remember, I will put it on so you can, you know, press it up here somewhere and watch that. But definitely a really good game to have in your collection. I also have it for the PlayStation 4. And then we have Our World Is Ended. This is like, what do they call them? I forgot what you call them. Like, you know when you got those type of story type, book type games. I did try to get into it. I did dabble into it because I thought, hey, I've never given one of these a go, but yeah, I gave up after a bit. There's a lot of dialogue and stuff, but as one day maybe I'll give it another go. Picked this up again. It was cheap. I can't remember. I think I did an unboxing of it as well and stuff. So yeah, go check it out. The next game is a Japanese game, my first Japanese game that I bought for the Nintendo Switch, and it's called Esparade, and it's one of those shoot 'em up games. Really fun. It's all in Japanese though, so you can't really, I don't think there's much story to it anyway. It's just one of those games that you just have a blast on. Really fun game. Very expensive. It's quite rare actually to get right now as well. So but yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff, pick this up. I totally love this kind of stuff, so yeah, that's that. And then we have Mario Odyssey. I bought this originally when I got my original Nintendo Switch. I didn't play it much. It tries to top Mario 64 too much, and Mario 64 is in a league of its own, and I don't think any Mario will ever beat that. That's my humble opinion. But the missus thoroughly enjoyed this game. She loved it, completed it, got all the moons and everything, so got my money's worth out of it, and it's a good game to have in your collection. Persona 5 Strikers, it's good for what it is, but sometimes it can be a little bit jarring in the sense that the camera angles are pretty bad sometimes. It's got a good story in there, a lot of fun, a lot of dialogue if you're into that kind of stuff. I did complete it. It took me, I think, 52 hours. I didn't get everything. I just ran through the game really, and it took me 52 hours. because I read every single bit, and I did enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I played it and I put my time into it, I did enjoy it. You know, it takes you away from reality and stuff, and you go into that world again. It's really nice. I love the art style, the music, the characters, the cast is really good, and fun game. I do still recommend it. It does have some issues though with the frame rates and just the camera angles here and there, but a really fun game nonetheless. Next we have Dex. It was recently on for I think £1.54 or something, $1 something. But yeah, Red Art Games. I just wanted it in physical form. A really good game. Still haven't completed it though. It's quite difficult and it can be quite frustrating at times because of the way the character moves and stuff. But if you've got the patience for it, it is a good game. It does have a good story in there, and I definitely would recommend it. But yeah, one to have in the collection in the physical form. Astral Chain. Now this was recommended to me by a friend. The thing is, I've sat down and tried to play this game multiple times. I just can't get into it, and I think the reason why I can't get into it is because it just has a really dark setting. Maybe winter's coming now, so maybe if I play it in winter, because I've always tried to play it in the summertime, and it's not a very summer type game. It's not dark themed as such. It does have some dark elements. It's really good. It does have some really good game mechanics that are really original that I've not seen before in the game. That should have drawn me in, but I don't know, I just wasn't in the mood to play, and you know, but I do know this game is a good game. So if you haven't got this game, I would recommend it, because I know a lot of people would play this straight away as soon as they got it. But this is on my backlog. Like I said, I need to make a video on my backlog. Oops. Next up, we have Ultra Street Fighter 2, The Final Challengers, one of my favorite games. This is a epic game. Brings back so many memories. I used to play this a lot on the 360. I actually bought a 360 just for this game because I love Street Fighter so much. And at that point, my brother had an Xbox 360 for a while, and he was playing Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And I love Street Fighter 2 Turbo, but when I saw the different type of graphics and stuff to this game, it just made me buy. I just wanted an Xbox 360. I remember the first thing I did was buy this game, and I didn't buy or play anything else for a while. And then I started realizing there's a lot of games on the Xbox Arcade that are really good, like Street Fighter 2 Turbo. There's loads of stuff on there. I missed that. I wish they'd bring that to the Series S and X. You know, like a proper old school, like they had the Xbox Arcade. It was just epic. That was the best interface ever. But anyway, bring it back. Epic game. Love it. Made a couple of videos on it recently. Check them out. You might enjoy them. I even did a Chun-Li playthrough because some of my fellow subscribers wanted to see a Chun-Li playthrough, so I thought, why not? If you guys want to see anything that you want me to do on the channel, please let me know, and I'll try my best to do it. And then we have Metroid Dread. Still gonna make a review of this game. What can I say about this game? If you love Metroid, you're gonna love this game. I love Metroid. I do love it, but I don't love it with a passion where I'm crazy about it. But I just wanted to play this game because of all the hype. Does it live up to the hype? Yes, most definitely. Is it a perfect 10? I don't know about that. we'll talk about that in the review, hopefully at some point. But did I complete the game? Yes, I did. Did I enjoy it? For the most part. Would I recommend it? If you're a Metroid fan, yes. If you're a first-time Metroid player, I don't know. If you can get a demo of the game, get a demo of the game. Or if you've got a friend who's got the game, you know, get them to borrow it you for a while or whatnot. But yeah, Metroid Dread. Next we have the Friends of Ringo Ishikawa. This is a good game, but again, I had some issues with this game, and the issues that I had was I loved the way it starts off. I love the way the characters are and everything. It was just epic. But I don't know. There was something, I don't know what it is actually. There's a good game in this game, but the thing is, there's no direction in the game. You have to find the game. You've got to go through it yourself and figure out where you need to go, because it'll give you no direction. But when you do get to the bits that you need to get to, my goodness, are they great. They're epic. The fights in this game are seriously fun. you know, it brings you back to those old school Yakuza movies and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's a really good game. I totally recommend this. If you can get this, get it. I haven't completed it. I do. Again, this is on a backlog of games that I need to, you know, play. And this was from Limited Run. And you can see that Limited Run. I didn't even know. But yeah, that's how long ago it was. I don't remember. I remember my friend recommended it to me and I ended up buying it. And then I complained to him and then I played it a bit more than I enjoyed it. So I'm sorry for complaining. I did actually enjoy the game, even though I didn't get to complete it. But I have poured about 16, 17 hours into the game. And it's a fun game, made in Japan. I love the artwork as well. But yeah, definitely recommend this game. And the last game in the collection is Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. Another Street Fighter game with loads of Street Fighters. Street Fighter 1, 2, Champion Edition, Turbo, Super, Super Turbo, Alpha, Alpha 2, Alpha 3, Third Strike Double Impact, and then Third Strike, whatever that is. Yeah, they made so many Third Strikes. But, I mean, to have all these games on one cart, you can't go wrong. I paid £35 for this, and it's well worth it. I've played this so much. I played it with my brother. I played it with a couple of my friends. And we just had a ton of fun. Totally recommend this. If you haven't got it, I would, you know, definitely want you to have this in your collection because you do need it. I almost forgot. And then there's Carry On. Epic game. I did a review on this game as well. I totally recommend this game. If you don't have this game, get this game. It's a lot of fun. You can play it free on Game Pass. I think it's on Game Pass. And the thing is, I played it on Game Pass. I played it on the on my original Nintendo Switch. My friend gave me a code, and I played it and I enjoyed it. And then he told me there's a limited edition copy coming out. So I was like, yes, I want that. Took a year to get to me. Got to me. This is it. And then I ended up, before this landed, I ended up playing it on Game Pass as well. So totally, I've played this game about 3 or 4 times. And there's a DLC on the Game Pass as well. I think it's called the Christmas something. And that was really tough. But yeah, definitely pick this game up. I had a ton of fun. It's the game where you actually be the baddie and you go and do all the killing and stuff. So, you know, it is a good game. It does have a good twist in the end. Yeah, definitely pick it up. And that's all the games, guys. That's everything I have for you for the Nintendo Switch physically. I also want to make a video on my backlog of games, which I might just do one for the Switch, do one for the PS4, and there's even one for the PlayStation 5, believe it or not. Can you believe it? And there's loads for the Xbox. Loads. Even on Game Pass, there's a plethora of games that I've just downloaded and I've not been able to play yet. So that's that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you do want me to make a video on anything, please let me know in the comment section down below and I will cater to it and I will put your comment up just to prove that you did, you know, ask for whatever you asked for. And I just want to thank everybody that's come on board, everybody who's been with me from day one, and everybody who's joined recently. Thank you so much. You guys are epic. I love every single one of you, and if it wasn't for you, you know, I won't be able to make videos like this. So please keep subscribing. Please you know, putting the thumbs up. It helps a ton. And leave a comment. You know, let me know what you think. If I'm making good content, bad content, whatever. And yeah, that's everything. I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Peace.